Energy is never destroyed or created. It just changes from one form to another. This is called a transformation. You've observed many transformations of energy so far. As you drop a bouncy ball, its stored gravitational potential energy transforms into kinetic energy as it moves faster and faster towards the ground. When it hits the ground, that energy is transformed into elastic energy. The whole time as it bounces, it's dissipated thermal and sound energy on every bounce. This is why it does not bounce up to its original position. The chemical energy involved in mixing baking soda and vinegar, for example, creates an endothermic reaction. So when these chemicals are combined, they take thermal energy from the surroundings. This transformation of energy involves chemical energy and thermal energy. You can even scale this up to the size of a power plant. Nuclear energy in the sun was sent as radiant energy millions of years ago to the planet Earth, transforming into chemical energy through photosynthesis in plants. After millions of years of pressure and heat, those plants are turned into coal. When we now burn that coal, it gives off thermal energy, which boils water. By creating steam from that boiled water, the energy is transformed into kinetic motion energy as those molecules move faster and faster, which spins a turbine and generates electrical energy from the sun to the earth to your outlet in only a few million years. For this assignment, you're going to film your own transformation of energy. So find a unique transformation of energy. It could be something simple around your house or explore out the world around you. Film that demonstration. We want to clearly see what's happening, how the energy began, how the energy ended, and even if you can have it dissipate its energy, like a ball bouncing to the end. Once you film that demonstration, explain the forms of energy observed. You can explain that after, during, however you'd like. But the idea is you need to find a unique transformation that uses at least 2 different forms of energy, and then explain those forms of energy. Challenge yourself, just like in my power plant example, to extend those forms of energy all the way back to the nuclear energy in the sun. Make sure as you're filming to use that vocabulary. Film the demo clearly. We want to be able to see the entire transformation that you're describing. You don't have to have your face on camera, but it would be nice. Explore editing features. There's a lot of great editing features through Flipgrid, and once you've submitted your video, go check out and respond to at least 2 of your cohort members. As a reminder, your different forms of energy, everything starts stored as potential energy like elastic potential, anything that is stretched or compressed, rubber bands, balloons, etc. Gravitational potential energy. This is when energy is stored off the ground. This is when a ball's held off the ground. This is when water is held back by a dam. Potential energy can be stored as chemical energy. The food you eat gives you the power to move throughout your day and think. Nuclear energy. Now this can be nuclear energy stored in the sun and then released through radiant energy, or it can be the nuclear energy here on Earth, which we would call fission. Sun is fusion. Here on Earth, it's fission, where we break apart those atoms in a nuclear power plant. Kinetic energy is how we use that energy. It's kinetic energy is in motion. So the first one is KE, or kinetic motion energy. This is anytime anything is moving, it has kinetic energy. These next 2 are often called dissipated energy. Thermal energy is when heat is given off, or when heat is moved from one place for another. It's transformed. Sound energy is when energy is given off as pressure waves. So if you hear something like the bouncy ball hitting the table, that's sound energy being dissipated. Dissipated energy is not destroyed, but it's not used for the purpose it was often intended. We can also use kinetic energy as radiant energy. This is light traveling from one place to another, an electromagnetic wave. And then probably the most common you're used to is the electrical energy. This is the motion of electrons.